Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm going to go over some of the things that I've done to keep this hobby as inexpensive as possible, because you all know that it is very easy to spend a lot of money on the tools needed to do this hobby. Go over the shovel I've got here. I just picked this up recently at a dollar store for $4. It's all steel construction, all welded. I think it's going to be pretty durable. Is it going to be as good as a Raptor shovel or anything like that? Don't know, but I'm going to use it as and see how well it works. So it's just a flat blade style, not a spade one. Spent about 20 minutes with a grinder. Put in some serrated edges, sharper point. Not sure if I'm going to leave it this long. I think after I give it a try, I'm probably going to find that it's a little tall. You do have to lift your foot up pretty high to use it. So I may bring it back, an inch and a half or 2 inches, and then cut it off a little bit there. But I'm going to try it out first in the spring and see how it works. Next thing is my Ace 300. One of the things I found with the cover, with the headphones in and the wiring sticking out, I found it a little bit tight to put on the cover with just the amount of Velcro that was sewn onto the cover. So it does fit. I just found a little bit too tight. So I put in a piece of two-sided Velcro, and it just allows you to get it on there and get it secure, and without putting any pressure on the cable connections, which I didn't want to have any worry of damaging the headphones or anything like that. The other thing I did was I used some of that Velcro to keep the wire tight to the cable in certain spots. If you're ever digging in a wooded area, it's easy to get something caught underneath this and put pressure on the cable. That should help prevent any damage. The only other thing I really noticed when I was doing my research for which detector to buy, and I was pretty much settled on Garrett but just didn't know which one, is the A series fit my budget well, and the biggest complaint that I heard out there was they found them to be really nose heavy because the arm cuff was too short. And sure enough, when I got it, I found the same thing. But again, if that's the only issue you have with this detector, is you're thinking of not buying one because of that, it can be very easily fixed, but it still swings pretty good even though it's shorter in the arm cuff. I took the arm cuff off. You can see the two original holes there. It comes mounted in the second one. I took a piece of aluminum tubing that was just slightly bigger around and cut a slot off of it so I could slide it over. A couple of self-tapping screws, and now I'm back about, I'd say almost 3.5, 4 inches, and it makes the detector a lot more balanced, easier to swing, and I like it a lot that way. So, but again, if that's the only thing that you can find negative, don't worry about it. It still swings pretty good. I also put some tennis racket strapping or repair tape on the foam grip, and at the top of the shovel there you can see these foam handles get really mucky really fast on a wet day. I find that this keeps all the mud out of there and off your hand a little better. And this is my rig that I use. Start over on this side. I've got my digging pouch, $1.99 at a surplus store, a digger. This is as good as any of the other ones. I think some of the metal detecting sites have these as well, this style. This one, I'm not sure which company made it, but it's sold at Lee Valley Tools. It says Wilcox on it, the manufacturer. $14.95. So if you want a good, strong, durable digger without spending, $70 or $80 on one, this thing is great. $14.95. My pouches. This is my trash pouch, my Better Finds pouch. $8.99 came as a set at the surplus store, same where I got that Husky sheath. $2 ammo pouch. I keep all my spare batteries in. My Garrett pinpointer. Things I've tried in the past. As you can see here, there's some black paint on there. That's truck bed liner. It works okay, but it does wear off after a couple of months of digging around and pushing around the sand. So I ended up going with this rubber cover here. It slips over very tight. It doesn't come off easily. Like it won't fall off on you. We're using it in the water or whatever, and it will protect the end of your pinpointer from wearing off in the sand. I've heard stories on different channels and that guys were digging away with it and it got punctured by either a nail or a piece of glass, and then the next time they use it in the water, their pinpointer was destroyed. So this should help protect it from anything like an inadvertent cut by glass or a nail. So that's just some of the things I've done to keep this hobby a little bit less expensive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a giveaway. All you have to do is send me a picture of yourself holding your Ace Series detector. It can be 150, 400i, 400, whatever it is, but it's got to be the yellow Ace Series detector. And once I collect all the names in that, I will do a video with all the names in a hat, and I will draw it out, and we'll see who wins the giveaway. The giveaway is going to be one of those rubber caps for the end of your Garrett pinpointer. Length of that two-sided Velcro that you can use. You can cut it up and use it however you wish on your detector, and a pair of rubberized digging gloves. So everybody enjoy. Happy hunting. We'll talk to you later.